So hi, this is Kyler here again. I guess in this video I'm just going to discuss something that's been on my mind recently. Mainly because of recent events that was going on in my house, and I just wanted to get it out somewhere. Instead of bottling it up inside my fucking head so they don't just swarm around like bees, these feelings. I don't fucking know. Honestly, I don't fucking know anymore, but anyway, what I was going to talk about is okay, so a bit of context when I talk about this. My mom was dating a guy named Chris. I didn't like him very much at all. I mean, I liked him somewhat, yeah, but on the other hand, he was too much like my dad in certain ways, and that kind of put me off. So you can kind of understand when you have a dad that both physically at times and almost always mentally abuses you. Up until around, I think it was freshman year of high school. Yeah, it was first year of high school. Um, um, yeah, so the court thing all happened, and now I'm not with my dad anymore at all. But he still expects me to visit him, like I owe him some fucking debt or whatever. Anyway, in order to describe some of these behaviors that Chris used to do, doing when he was dating mom, I'll have to explain this. When I was living with dad, we had to switch back and forth every other week. So it was kind of like a back and forth tug of war between mom and dad. And oh, that was fucking awful, let me tell you. I'm not going to go into details there, but basically what dad used to do was if I was taking too long to get out of bed by his standards, which was about, let's see, 5 minutes, he would literally tear the covers off me and literally drag me out by my feet off the bed. So yeah, he was a fucking asshole is what he was. He only thought about himself. He didn't care about my feelings. I mean, he acted like he did, but when I was actually fucking crying tears down my fucking face in front of him, what does he do? Oh, are you okay, Owen? Are you, what's wrong? Tell me what's wrong. What's wrong? I can't help you unless you tell me what's wrong. Blah, 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 blah. And those words, exact words, except the blah, blah, blah part. um, anyway, Chris, he didn't do the whole not really paying attention to your feelings part. But I was feeling miserable thinking about keeping my furry side a secret, because I have to keep that a secret. I mean, I don't have to, but I want to, like I want to keep it a fucking secret because I don't want my mom to know about that. Neither do I want my sister to know about that. Which is why when I don't have my computer when I'm outside watching TV, or I have to avoid watching stuff like that or even mentioning anything like that. But then on the other hand, basically I was in bed worrying about that, so I was trying to keep it secret. And what do you know? Chris comes in, starts accusing me of not trying to help my mother in any way, which I do try to help her. I actually do, and he's a fucking liar if he thinks otherwise. I just sometimes don't have the mental energy to deal with it. And his excuse for that was, well, I don't have energy sometimes for things, but we still have to do them, Owen. We still have to do them. And I'm just like, I understand that. But try being so fucking depressed and have so much anxiety that sometimes you just have panic attacks in bed. In your fucking bed over small topics. Like, I didn't exactly say this to him. In fact, I didn't mention anything of the sort, but I'm just like thinking this in my head, like, Oh boy. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I feel like I'm being targeted here, which I guess I am, but I'm also targeting other people, which is a fair excuse for that. Like, I understand the issues. Like, they say I have an attitude, but I don't really know how to control my attitude. And then on the other hand, so today I was just in bed, like, looking at websites, talking to myself, blah, blah, blah. When all of a sudden, no knock, no nothing, my bedroom door just flies fucking open. Michelle, my mom's roommate, comes in and says, "Did you use my half and half, my coffee? Half and half for coffee?" And I say, "What do you think? If it's gone, I used it. It's that simple." And she's like, "That was the only coffee I had for this fucking week. I'm gonna be a petty little bitch about it now." Oh yes. And like I'm that's like overblowing it a lot with me saying that, but it's kind of like something dad would used to do. Like he would say, "Hey, you didn't do this, did you?" And I would say yes, and he would say, "Well, that goes against my code of ethics, therefore you're stupid," or something like that. She doesn't say this, she just lowers my self-esteem in a bit of a way. Like, I'm sorry that I like my coffee with a lot of fucking creamer and a lot of fucking sugar, but you know this by now. You know that I like that. Anyway, I'm just boring you here. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Um, Mom divorced Chris. And when I heard the news, I was fucking overjoyed beyond all within all definitions of the word overjoyed. I was fucking ecstatic. And I don't even fucking know, like, Jesus Christ. Try like basically I'm impulsive at times. I'm impulsive at times. I will admit I make impulsive decisions. And yesterday while we were eating dinner in the living room, I just blurted out, "I'm glad Chris is gone." In front of my mother. And she just goes full fucking lecture mode on me. Like I did something fucking wrong for having impulsive decisions. Anyway, basically, after this huge lecture, I go in my room. I suddenly have poor self esteem about myself because of some of the things she said. So I grab a pen, don't remove the cap, it just like that in my arm. And it leaves marks, and they're gone now, apparently, because it just fades. But apparently, my mother didn't realize it, and, well, she did see me, like, doing this. But when she came in and saw me with my computer, but sometimes I do this as a stress relief. Like, it isn't even that, doesn't even hurt that much, but it's more of a stress relief. And she thought I was hurting myself. At that time, I wasn't, but I'm fucking depressed, man. I will admit that. To the point of like blocking family members and friends away, to the point of just putting up an exterior that says, "Oh, I'm a tough guy now. I'm going to be able to handle anything you throw at me," when in reality my armor is very chippable and anything can get under my skin very easily. That's me. That's basically what I am like. And some of the stuff mom said yesterday really, really fucking got under my skin. And I can't express this enough. I have so poor self esteem at this point that the song I most identify with is "I've Given Up" by Linkin Park. some of the lines in that song. I'm my own worst enemy. I'm sick of feeling. Put me out of my misery. Put me out of my fucking misery. Yeah, yeah. There, that pretty much sums it up for you. And there's this one note that Chester just holds for like I think it's 17 long seconds, and I was amazed. That's some fucking lungs. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I sometimes feel like I'm being targeted, and I understand why they're trying to do this. But my armor is just so fucking easily shippable that at times I don't think what they're doing is healthy for me. And you see you see that right there, that paper on the wall. That basically says, listen to your mom, do whatever she says, because if you don't, you're gonna get in trouble. I put that up myself because I'm literally trying to remember. And all of a sudden, mom's like, "Oh, you're not trying to help me. Oh, you're just a self-serving hypocrite or whatever," which is not fucking true in the fucking slightest. Anyway, I just wanted to vent about that shit. In conclusion, I feel like I'm being attacked. I understand why. It's because I'm rude to people, but I can't control my attitude at times. I make impulsive decisions. I have a really easily chippable armor. And well, to top it off, really poor self-esteem, really fucking bad depression, and uh, I mean, I'm a fucking beanball. That's what one of the reasons, although I like being skinny anyway. What I was trying to say is, I'm gonna send this video to my mom and my roommate Michelle. Basically, see if they get the hint, like if they understand what I'm trying to say, or if they continue to think that I'm just like I'm doing this to make like they might think I'm doing this to make my case better for myself, you know? Like